Day 13 of the Notary Income Challenge. Today is May 13, 2025, and let's jump right into this challenge. If you're new here, my name is Amber, and every single year for the past 3 years out of the 4.5 years I've been a notary business owner, I take a deep dive into my business and share all of the income, the expenses, the time spent, and the profit that I make for each and every appointment throughout the month of May. And today we're doing day 13. If you want to know how much I made the previous 12 days, just go ahead and go to the channel or the playlist that's titled Notary Income Challenge, and you can see exactly how much I've been making and to continue to follow me on this journey. At the Notary Training Hub, we do a lot of things here in addition to things like these challenges. I provide classes, courses, in-person meetings, in-person events, and we always hold the big conference in September. This year we're having it in Dallas, Texas, and hopefully I'll see you there. Some of my favorite things about the conference this year are we have the Ask the Expert Lounge, where you can go ask one of us, one of our experts, myself included, anytime throughout the conference. Anything about your business or anything you need help with, we're there to assist you. And day 2 is implementation day, where basically it's what it means. We're implementing the things that we're teaching you. You're going to be in small groups. You're going to get hands-on training. You're going to get hands-on learning. It's going to be a vibe. Go ahead. If you still want more information on that, comment ticket. So let's get into today's appointment. So today I had 3 total appointments in my notary business only. Appointment number 1 was a mobile notary appointment, general documents. I traveled to the client, 15 miles away. Type of documents was 1 medical directive, 1 power of attorney. This appointment was 15 miles away from my office, so I'm just going to round that up to about $10 in expenses for gas. This appointment took 30 minutes of my time, only because there was an elderly gentleman there, and we did take our time so that everyone was comfortable and was ready to sign at their leisure. I charged a total of $80 for this appointment. $75 was for the mobile fee and any notarizations that I did during this appointment, and then there was an additional $5 because I also printed all the documents and brought them to the appointment. So the total I got paid for appointment number 1 was $80. My expenses were the $10 in gas, and so my profit for appointment number 1 was $70. Not too bad. Appointment number 2 was an I-9 employment verification session. I was contacted by a company, which I frequently am, where they asked me to complete this I-9 employment verification form. They did request that I act on their behalf as the authorized agent. I got it in writing. I did the whole spiel of all the legal implications and the things I'm supposed to collect so that I can act on their behalf. And so this appointment was in my office right here behind me, or beside me over here at this desk over here. The client came to me so that I didn't have to travel. There were no gas expenses or any wear and tear on my car. So I received the full fee for that of $65. It took about 10 minutes of our time, where I just basically watched them fill out their document. The section 1, I filled out section 2, ID'd them, signed it, sent them on their merry way, and then I sent the report back to the company. So the appointment took 10 minutes, sending the report back to the company about 5 minutes. Appointment number 3, last appointment for today, was an estate planning appointment in the office, in the conference room actually, for a family of 3. I always like to mention this when I can. This family did their own estate planning package and trust documents DIY style via the company called Trust and Will. So basically what they did is they did like a template online. They filled all the information out, then they printed it, and then they came into my office. I do know that with Will and Trust, they have the opportunity to connect with an attorney to review the documents. I'm not sure if they did or not. So this appointment, like I said, was an estate planning and trust package. It did require 2 witnesses. They brought their own 1 witness, and I had to provide an additional witness, which we agreed upon before we came to the appointment. I already knew they were bringing 1 witness only. I provided the witness. They brought 1 witness. I had to provide another witness. I was aware before the appointment that they were only bringing 1 witness, so I asked one of the colleagues that I work with out in this office if she could come and be a witness for the few documents for this appointment. She agreed. Hey, that's part of networking. All right, so the appointment lasted 40 minutes. I accepted the fee of $250. There were no expenses. I didn't pay my witness a fee because I've been doing notarizations for her for free. And also I didn't charge my client an additional witness fee because I told them it was on me, because I just felt like giving a discount for today. I mean, why not? And so I did. They were appreciative, and hopefully they can refer me to more of their family members that need estate planning and trust documents. All right, so again, total appointment was $250. No expenses, took 40 minutes. All right, and that was all I did with Notary. All right, don't think I wasn't working today. Like I told you in all my other videos, the rest of my day is still filled with back-end office work, other businesses that I run, and then doing things with my kids. And I also prioritize my health. So I took a whole hour and a half this morning to work out and do all of that good stuff before I came into the office. And so my day is still pretty packed with other things besides these notary appointments. So let's get to the totals for today. Today I brought in a total of $395. Total expenses today was $10 for that gas for that mobile appointment I did, and total time spent in notary appointments was 80 minutes, and my total profit was $385. So I hope this brought some value and some clarity to you. Be prepared. Tomorrow is going to be a very busy day. I've got a lot of apostle appointments on the calendar, and a few in-office appointments. So be prepared for tomorrow. I've already had to close off my calendar so no one else can make appointments because I got other things to do, as I am preparing to go speak at the NNA conference, and preparing for my own conference in September. I hope this brought some value to you. I hope that this was informative. Let me know in the comments, was this informative? Did you appreciate this? What questions do you have about notary and notary business? All right. I want to know, I want to support. And as always, I'll see y'all tomorrow at the next one. Happy stamping.